TOEFL exam. We'll review the reading section that I really like. In week two, we'll have the listening section, and we will learn how to register for the exam, how to sign up in the TOEFL examination. In week three, we'll see the speaking section, how the TOEFL is scored. That's something very important. And finally, in week four, we'll have the writing section and general pieces of advice, pieces of advice or pointers. So we'll have theory and tips, and we'll also have practice. Please don't go ahead of the class. So that's something that's a very strong recommendation in terms of not going very not going let's say to the reading section when we are in the listening section. So we have two WhatsApp calls each week, 15 minutes each. I guess that everybody had the call. We'll talk about it, but I think it's very important for everybody to speak with somebody who's a teacher, and that's something very important. So all the things are in here in terms of the video and everything else. So let's go to the reading section, okay? So the reading section, we have three passages. Uh, we have approximately 700 words per passage. We have 30 questions. It used to be around 40 questions, and we have 15 minutes, 18 minutes per passage. That's something that's the reading section. Okay, the reading section is three passages. We have 700 words per passage. 30 questions. Used to be around 40 questions. Right now it's 30 questions. So you'll have 30 questions, and you'll have approximately 15 minutes per passage. So the content of the passages that you'll have could be either academic topics or that are basically science, biology, technology, art, many other things. And the common topics, probably extinct animals and evolution, animal behavior, psychology, art history, the earth science, could be geology and meteorology and astronomy. So those are the common topics. And to be honest with you, in terms of reading, the reading basically, there's no, there is no, there is no, no way I can teach you how to read better. There are many courses in terms of you have in many places that teach you how to read faster. There are many techniques in order to read fast. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. People really, I don't know. People really don't know about the credibility. But in spite of the fact that we have those things, you'll have. There's no way I can teach you how to read better. The only way you can really learn how to read better and how to uh, get a great score is to memorize the words. That's all the things in terms of words. So you'll have an application called Anki, in order to memorize words, and we've prepared a vocabulary that will be uh, given to you on. I guess it will be on Friday. It used to be the second week, but we really believe that it should be seen before. So let me repeat for all the people and with the very basic words so that everybody can understand. So, in order to read better, you need to know the words. Okay, you need to know the words. There is no way in the planet that I can teach you something that will improve your reading other than you memorizing actively the words. Please, everybody, turn your cameras on, microphones off, please. So, as I said, there is no way I can teach you how to read better. There is no way I can teach you how to read better. So, the only way I can teach you how to read better is in terms of in terms of you need to memorize the words. You need to memorize the words. Okay. So I'll present you with some Anki words, Anki, in order for you to really memorize words, because there's no other way in terms of memorizing words. So you'll have that. You'll have those things. So that's very important that you memorize. But remember, we have only history, science, biology, technology, art. Those are the topics of the reading. Very, I would say formal things. Very formal things in terms of you can really. It's like. And the reason you have that is because of the fact that they in EDS they're basically preparing you to go to a university or a master's program, and in there you'll have many words in terms of you being in the campus and needing to express yourselves so that you can be understood by everybody. So that's why you have those topics. That's why you won't have let's say topics about soccer or other things. So it's those things. So approaches to the reading part of the test. Okay, the reading part of the test, and we'll have that. So basically, let me explain you the Anki vocabulary. Okay, the Anki vocabulary. So we figured out that in terms of Anki is an application. Okay, it's an application so that you can memorize words. It's a very important application. It's a very strong application. So for those of you who have iPhones, you'll need to buy. Please, your cameras on. David and Octavio, your cameras on, please. So,
Oh, sorry.
okay, you're the one who don't have the key. Okay, okay. So if let me know if you have problems with your camera. Okay, that's that. But we need you to have the cameras on. Because not because I really want to bother or something like that, but because I am also a student of Chinese, and when I'm in my Chinese classes and nobody turns their cameras on, everybody's doing everything but listening, and that's something that really I really believe that everybody should have their cameras on. Okay, so it's like better for you, so that we really can focus on learning, and that's because I'm also a student in Chinese and many other. Everybody's a student basically. So you have the Anki words, very strong, very important. So for instance, what are Anki words? Okay, so let me tell you. Anki words are in order to memorize things. And you'll need to have, if you have an iPhone like me, you'll need to buy the application. I guess it's $25. $25 you need to buy. Okay, and that's if you don't really have the 25, I really recommend you to invest the $25. But if you have an Android phone, it's for free. Okay, but I would really like you to buy the application, and this is the application that is the best application. Okay, so Anki, you'll have many things, but I basically created okay, so I basically created hold on, please. So I basically created the things in terms of in terms of okay, so we have in here so we have many things, but this is in order to memorize, the things. So so very basically, the very basics of these are that you need to memorize. You need to memorize. So that's something very important in terms of memorizing. Okay, so hold on, please. So we'll have this, but very basically, you'll have many other things. And hold on, please, hold on. How this is done in okay, here it is. So this is here, and this is here. Okay, yes. Okay, so we have it in here. Okay. Excessive. Okay, for instance, in this deck, you will have, this is the first deck that we have. Okay, this is the first deck that we have. So basically, okay, les voy a decir en español para que todos me entiendan. Bien cortito. Entonces, la herramienta más poderosa para que ustedes puedan tener un gran reading section y un gran writing section igual, es que ustedes puedan tener esta aplicación que se llama Anki, que es gratuita. Es un software gratuito. Hay versión en computadora, que yo la tengo acá, ¿sí? Eso vamos a enseñarles cómo instalar el tema de la versión de computadora. Pero es una aplicación desarrollada por gente que no cobra. Sí, entonces el único problema es de que en términos de la aplicación, si es que si quieren para celular en iPhone cuesta $25 el acceso permanente, lo cual recomendaría muy fuertemente de que lo compren. Y si es que es para Android, es gratis. Entonces vamos a tener diferentes decks. We'll have many different decks. The first one is the spelling one. You know, so for instance, we have that. It says excessive. Excessive, okay? Excessive. So please, Jorge Santiago Fernandez, can you tell me how excessive is spelled? How do you spell excessive? No, there is no problem if you make a mistake. Excessive, please. E-X-C-E. Okay. S. Okay. I. Okay. D-E. Okay. So very basically, excessive. Okay. Okay. So if you made a mistake, you click on again. If you got it right, you click on bien. Okay. Good. So we didn't make it right. Meter. Meter. Please, Sergio, how do you spell meter? I'll repeat this. Meter. Meter. M-E-T-E-R. E-R. Okay, that's great. Yeah, we have it. Command. Okay, so command, it's double M. So basically, you'll have, in this deck that we've developed, you have all the words that are, very difficult in terms of spelling. The double S's, the double M's, the double, the double, many double words that are very difficult. So only listening to the word and then memorizing how you spell that, you'll improve tremendously. Okay, so that's the first deck I want you to memorize. Okay, so I'll share with you this deck. It's composed of many words. Some of them aren't difficult. And the reason is that la razón por la que no todas las palabras son difíciles es porque algunas son palabras anzuelo, que posiblemente ustedes piensen que tiene doble S, pero algunas solo tienen una S, para que no se aprendan el truco, pero esto les va a ayudar tremendamente a mejorar en lo que es el spelling, ¿ok? En lo que es el spelling, sería para el writing, pero obviamente tenemos que empezar a memorizarlo de una vez y vamos a tener un examen relacionado a este spelling deck. Okay, so we'll have a test. So this is the first deck I'll share with you. So we have, for instance, we have many words. Immediately. So it's a double M. Okay, so many people wouldn't know that. So we have this first one. So that's the first one that we have. It's called spelling, and we have many words. So that's the first one. So we have other one that it's called. Okay, so this one let me modify it. The same thing. So it's in here. So we have this one. We'll select everything and uh, we'll say okay. So this is back. It's from excellent. So we have okay. So in here, this is the second deck. You'll have, for instance, words that are similar. For instance, smart. You have these words that are cunning, devious, sly, shrewd, willing. So if you memorize that, you memorize smart, and you associate that with these words. When you're, for instance, in the writing section, you're in the writing section, and you're writing, for instance, I don't know, you're writing in the writing section. Let's say uh, uh, he is smart, 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 for he has the best grades in the class. So you're writing this and you'll say, "Oh, smart, smart, I memorized this." And there's something that it's a very, very similar word that I have in my brain. Oh, it's cunning. Okay, excellent. So you sound more sophisticated. Let's see another one. Okay, small. So let's say, I don't know, I'm writing uh, uh, that dog is very small. I don't know. So you have minute, a minute, a small fraction. So we could say in terms of, or we could have said, instead of a small fraction. You'll memorize the use also. So instead of that, you'll say a minute fraction, which is something very, very sophisticated in terms of TOEFL. Cry, weep, shocked, flabbergasted. I don't know. I was shocked. I was shocked to hear the news. Instead of this, you'll see, oh, I know this word. I know many, many words that I can use. I was flabbergasted. I was sorry. I was flabbergasted to hear the news. Uh, he's stupid. I don't know, probably. So he's not very very cunning. And in fact, he is stupid. Okay, instead of stupid, dullard. Okay, so this is very very strong. And we've memorized the words. So you'll have these two. Okay, so these are the first two decks that I want you to work on. So please everybody go to Anki Web. So you'll go here, ankiweb.net. So please download please download the in your computers the application. It's a very very strong application. And please go inside this one, this link that I'm sending you. Uh, Hold on, where is this? Okay, here. So you click on Anki Web and I'll log out and I'll show you. So basically, the very basics are that you need to go to this link that we have, very strong link. So I sent the link in the group. So you go to the link in here and you put the link and you basically sign up. You sign up. You put your email. Let's say this is my email, and you set up a password. Okay. So let's see if everything is we sign up, and we agree in terms of all the things in here, very very strong things that are in there. So I basically received an email, basically. So I got an email, right? I got an email, very very strong email, and we have the email. We have the email here, and we have the various things. So I have the email verification thing, and we have the verify. Oh, it's verified. So I verified the email, so it's already verified. I have my account right now. I got my account right now. So please, if anybody in here has a problem, please comment in the section of the comment section, or please speak up. It's no problem to speak up either. So you'll have a screen like this, and you'll then search. So let me share the decks that I have. Very very powerful decks that we've created. Believe me, these decks are my are my favorites in terms of only having taken the TOEFL 2 times. I have developed these decks. Okay, so basically these decks are very 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 strong in terms of things that you need. And really, when I was studying for the TOEFL, I said, "Wow, there are many words that I really really wanted to know." Like for instance, how do you spell essential? Essential. It's very very difficult to spell essential if you're from there. If you really want an essential with double S. And or affairs, or I don't know. And I was very confused, or probably I don't know, Wednesday. Seems dumb, but I was very confused in Wednesday. I was I would spell like Wednesday, like it sounds right, but it's not like that. So I said, "Wow, it's very, very important to create this." And basically, and this is being developed by various people, and we've created this so that everybody can really, really understand these decks. Very, very important decks, and these decks are very, very strong. And believe me, very very important for you to memorize the decks. You can memorize a lot of things, and there's not such a thing as I don't know. There are people who say I'm not I don't know. I've heard, people who say I'm not, like, I don't like memorizing. And I understand that. And I believe me, I understand better probably than anybody in terms of I understand that people don't like memorizing, but you need to memorize some words. And if you memorize only the things that you really need, it's very very easy. But in other places, they make you memorize not only these words but many other things that aren't really important. But these are very very important. So let me share with you these decks. So we have this one that is spelling. So we'll share it, and it will be called sharing spelling executive English spelling tags. Okay, so I'm sharing this. Okay, I'm sharing this deck title and description. So I'm sharing this so that everybody can have the spelling deck. It's called Executive English Spelling. So please, we are sharing this so you can download those things. So if you already created your account, please go in there. You'll really really learn, and you'll have many many things. So it's very very important. And if you have the iPhone device, I have an iPhone for instance, that means that you really need to buy the application, very basically. And I would really really recommend that you buy the application. It's a very strong investment. I've learned Chinese in here, and believe me, I really believe that it's something that people really don't probably quite understand very well. But if you really have, so we have this, it's a similar word, similar words, executive English, so similar. Okay, so we have, and believe me, this is probably one of the best applications that we've done in terms. I didn't create this application. It's been, I guess, it's from China, you know. And you go in here, you go in here. So let me show you, and you search and the first one was called spelling executive English. It was called spelling. Okay, so hold on. So let me log out and let me log in with the account that I've set up for you so that you can see. I don't know. Oh, okay. Wait, I don't remember the password. Oh, that's very bad. So I don't remember the password. Okay. Okay. So okay, something happening here. Okay, but very basically, you need to. Okay, what's the problem in here? Oh, okay, so you go in here and you put search and you put oh, sorry, it's add. You need to click on add, and when you oh no, sorry, you need to go to Dex, and in here you put get share Dex. There you go. So here you look for it was called spelling executive English, executive English. So basically spelling and it was modified today. Here it is. And then you click in here and you put download. Okay, so that's the thing. So you download that and you import this deck. You download it. I will download it, and I'm downloading it. But you need also to really install the application. So you go in here in Anki and you download Anki. Download Anki so that you can have many things, and you put downloading here. So if you have a Windows application, you download, and when you open up the file, it opens up and you import it very basically to your Anki thing. So here it is. So here is the spelling thing. It's in here, and it's very strong, very uh, I'd say okay, so we have that. So I guess some of you have problems. Can you please tell me if somebody in here has any problems in order to download? And please, next class, you cannot get in after let's say I guess 10 minutes. Okay, that's all. We'll wait because of the fact that if you get in 20 minutes after the class has started, I guess it doesn't work very well. So please, 10 minutes. I won't let anybody in after 10 minutes. It's for the sake of your improvement. So we want to improve a lot. Okay, so si es que alguien tiene alguna duda, por favor, en términos de Anki, entonces voy a repetir. Sí, entonces primero vamos a crearnos una cuenta. Creo que eso estaba bastante fácil. Después de crearnos la cuenta, voy a hacerlo de nuevo, ¿sí? Vamos a crearnos una cuenta en el link que les he enviado en el chat está acá, es este link de nuestra conversación. Le hacen clic. Sí, entonces queremos, por favor, después de eso, crearnos una cuenta. Voy acá a crearme una cuenta. Voy a crearme con este correo ahora. Entonces, me acabo de crear una cuenta. Excelente. Le doy a esto. Perfecto, me acabo de crear la cuenta. Y me han enviado un correo de confirmación acá. Entonces, ahorita vamos a verificarla. Acá. Entonces, creo que... ¿no? Ok, creo que ya está. Entonces, me han enviado un correo de verificación para crearme mi cuenta de Anki. Sí, entonces... ok. Entonces, tenemos que me va a enviar seguramente un correo de AnkiWeb para poder modificar, mi, seguramente mi, ok, entonces tenemos acá eso y vamos a confirmar el correo electrónico que era, creo que escrito mal mi correo electrónico. Ok, pero después de que confirmamos el correo electrónico, vamos a ir a la parte inferior. Sí, vamos a ir a la parte inferior. Vamos a ir a la parte inferior de... que vamos a ir a la parte inferior de... que vamos a ir a la parte inferior cuando ya tengamos todo eso. Vamos a ir a la parte inferior. Este 50, ¿no? Cuando ya tengamos esto, vamos a ir a la parte inferior y vamos a hacer clic en Get Share Decks. Cuando vengamos acá tenemos que buscar dos decks. La primera es Spelling Executive. Entonces buscan y les va a salir, perdón, solo busquen como Spelling, no sé por qué no se está saliendo. Busquen como Spelling y después hacen clic en Modify. Y después de que hagan clic en Modify, hacen clic en el deck y van a descargarlo, para que lo descarguen. Excelente. Y después van a descargar de igual manera, van a descargar el de es similar words, es este, se queda English. Y van a venir a descargar, perfecto. Ya los tienen descargados en su computadora. Finalmente se tienen que descargar el programa. Y para descargarse el programa, les voy a poner igual un link, que bueno, igual solo ponen descargar Anki y lo descargan, ¿no? Entonces acá descargamos Anki para Windows, para Mac, hay para todo, ¿no? Entonces yo tenía Mac, ahora tengo Windows, hay para diferentes cosas, hay para iPhone, hay para Android. Entonces lo descargan, va a descargar y después lo instalan. Y cuando instalen van a tener un icono aquí. Y cuando ya tengan esto instalado, van a sus descargas y en sus descargas van a abrir esto, van a darle doble clic y básicamente se va a importar a Swanky. A Swanky, acá está. Entonces se ha importado a Swanky. Sí, se ha importado a Lanky, el tema del spelling. Entonces, eso es algo bien, bien importante. Incluso acá yo voy a borrar esto para que vean cómo se importa. Voy a borrar el spelling. Y vamos acá a importar el spelling. Que acá lo tenemos. Entonces acá estoy importando. Y entonces vamos a tener el spelling y vamos a tener el otro también. Entonces tenemos que importar ambos, ¿no? Entonces acá se acaba de importar y acá me acaba de aparecer el spelling. Sí, el spelling me acaba de aparecer. Entonces, cuando ya lo tengan listo, sí, cuando ya lo tengan listo, por favor, quiero que esto más hagan. Y esto igual va a estar en el video. This is gonna be in the video that we're gonna have. And for the people who are probably in here only 20 minutes, the video from yesterday was, it's not in the page, because I basically broadcasted everything until 10 a.m. this morning. I realized that it was broadcasting. I didn't stop the broadcasting. So basically, the video is being in the hands of the person who manages the videos, and she's basically dividing the video between parts, and she's gonna upload the video into of the first class very very shortly. So you'll have these, and basically you need to go in here, and this is gonna be in the video, so don't worry. So in here you need to when you have this decks, you need to put options, and in options you need to choose. You'll have this default. Okay, you'll have this default, and you need to really change the default to these numbers. So please, it's gonna be in the video, but you need to put these numbers: 15 space 1440, and then 8640. Then mostrarte relativamente 20, 140, 250, 200, 130, 100, 10, 0%, 1, 8. This is great. Okay, hold on. It's this one. This one. So yes, it's this one. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. Hold on. This is the one. So these values, please. 15, 1440, 8600. This one, 30, 15, 15, 250. Then 50, 130, 100, 360, 00, 20, 80, 2, 8. Only tag 60, and nothing here. So you'll have this, but anyway, I'll send you this, I guess, in the group that we have, so that you can have it. I'll send it in pictures so that you can really set up your Anki in the best possible way, because we are really, and I'm sending this in pictures so that you can really have all the settings that are the best. So believe me, I really consider myself an expert in Anki, because of the fact that I've been using this for many years. I guess it's 5 years, and I figured out that this is the best possible way setup so that you can have Anki. And there's also somebody in the company that knows about Anki. So everything is in the group so that you can set it up. But believe me, Anki is very important. Anki is it's been done in a number of ways. So please start memorizing. Start memorizing. You'll have, when you download this, you'll have. Let me show you. You'll have, for instance. So for instance, in your cell phone, very basically, you'll get in here and you'll start memorizing. Okay, so you'll start memorizing. So you go to the deck, average, and you say average. Okay, let's say average. You don't see, and you say A B E R G E. Is it okay? So you click. It's okay. So if it is okay, you click on good or easy if it's very easy, or wrong. You need to be honest with yourself. It was great. Okay. Next one. Ocular. Or say, because you think in Spanish, or you can think in English, but very basically, okay. Yeah, I got it right. Circumstances. So you think and you say, oh, probably it was an M. Yeah, it's an M. And circumstances. Okay, circumstances. It's great. Occasion. So you say OZA, and you very basically it was double C. So it's wrong. So you click wrong. So it will show you basically all the words that you need to memorize, and you'll improve very strongly, believe me, so that you can work on your vocabulary. And we need to start right now with those things. And if anybody has a question, I would really appreciate if somebody has a question right now. Anybody has a question in terms of Anki, so that you can also practice your English. Anybody? Nobody. Okay, I guess nobody.
I have a question.
Okay, please go.
Uh, in the in the in the exam that we did yesterday, there were a lot of words about medicine, uh, geological, geologic,
Yeah.
I know. Are there words in the action? Can
Hmm.
we find those words? Or
You.
what kind of words we can find the action?
Okay. Great question. Great question. Okay. So very basically, we have three decks. Okay, we'll have three decks. The first deck is maso. See, the first deck is a deck of spelling, where you'll hear a word and then you'll memorize the spelling part. Okay, that's the first one that I showed you. The second one is the uh, words that are alike, so you have one word and you can improve your vocabulary, expand it so that you can really replace the easiest. For instance, all the easy words that you normally use, you have all the words that are very similar so that you can memorize. And the third one that I will share with you on Friday, not today, on Friday. That's the general vocabulary, where you'll find all the words Jorge is talking about. Okay, so we've developed a system in Python, that for those of you who know system engineering, and basically all the words that are in all the possible tests are in there. Okay, so you'll memorize all the words in there. So we put all the exams in Word, and there's some person, data scientist, who developed that so that you can we figure out what words are in there, so all the possible words that are in this TOEFL test, you'll have it so that you can memorize them. Okay, and very basically, let me tell you, are words related to biology and many other things that you won't see in other places. Okay, so that's very basically. So it's a great question, but you'll have that on Friday. I want you to start with these very slowly, but believe me, you'll have enough time, because those are probably 1,000 words. We had previously 800 words, so it's a very strong deck, and those words you aren't gonna use anywhere, But unless you read the New York Times or the Economist magazine, which I highly recommend in terms of reading. You want to improve your vocabulary. But to be honest with you, if you don't know the words, you aren't gonna understand anything in the New York Times, basically. So you need to memorize the words. You need to memorize the words, but it's very easy, because only those words. And I'm telling you, 1,000 words, you'll be an expert. Okay, it's not like you'll be medium. You'll be the highest. So you'll have all the tools, but you need to memorize very basically those 1,000 words. But you don't have in 1,000 words, you don't have anything that is useless, basically. So that's a very okay. David, please.
Uh, Sorry.
Okay, did you have a question or not?
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize my microphone was on, but
Okay.
now that you mention it, I already downloaded Android.
Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent for your Android, right?
Yes.
Okay,
So
go on.
maybe is there a different way to download decks for my phone?
It's the same. Oh, hold on. In terms of phone, you need to download it in the Anki application. Then you need to synchronize You need to synchronize all the things, and then you go to your phone with the same account, and then you click in the. That's a very good question. You click in the button that says, well, in Spanish is sincronizar, okay, and you synchronize, and that's it, you know. So you don't need. It's like lo bajan en su computadora, lo manejan en su computadora, después pueden sincronizar y de ahí pueden bajarlo en su iPad, en su iPhone, en diferentes lugares. Si tienen iPhone y iPad, solo tienen que pagar una vez la aplicación, pero realmente recomiendo que la paguen. Porque de otra manera igual pueden practicar, si tienen iPhone, en Safari, entran a Anki Web, buscan Anki Web en el browser y obviamente van a poder hacer login y van a poder practicar, pero van a gastar sus megas, su internet. Entonces, van a poder de igual manera, si están con Wi-Fi, no hay problema. Si están con Wi-Fi, van a poder hacerlo. Pero realmente yo les recomiendo que la bajen para que así no gasten internet. Y es algo que les va a servir de por vida, les juro. Entonces, es muy, muy recomendable. Incluso queríamos en algún momento hacerle un requerimiento. Pero es algo muy, muy importante. Por ejemplo, acá yo he hecho login en mi celular. Entonces, I have in my cell phone. I'm speaking Spanish because this is very important. Okay, I usually don't speak a lot of Spanish. So you click in Anki spelling and you start. It's like the same, but it's not the same. Okay, it's not the same. So you show answer, but it's not the same. But you need a lot of things. But I highly recommend if you have an iPhone that you buy the application. Really, really, it's like very important for you to buy the application, to have the application. If you want to have a strong TOEFL, believe me, you need to buy the application. So that's very basically it. So you'll improve very, very strongly, and you'll have the other decks that are very, very strong also. So let's continue. So reading the passages. Excuse me.
Are there any decks for practicing Japanese?
Oh yeah, there are many decks for practicing Japanese. Uh, in Anki, you can find them for free, so no problem. Yeah, yeah, I was one time learning Japanese, and yeah, it's very very. There are many decks, but I would really recommend that you make your own because it's better, honestly. So you have these reading the passages first. So first of all, in terms of the reading section, but believe me, in the reading section, everything is memorizing words. It's not many words, okay? Believe me, it's not like so difficult, but you need to memorize the words that are related. And when you memorize them, you'll understand. Because there are people who say, "Oh, I'm not the one who memorizes. I don't like memorizing." And it's like saying, I wanna lose weight, and uh, I don't like I don't like being in a diet. It's like impossible. You can't lose weight. It's impossible to lose weight if you're eating constantly the same thing. And so you need to really, really. It's the only way it works. So you need to memorize. I rather be honest. I could say, oh, no, 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 no. You need to memorize some words, and it's very easy to memorize words in terms of the if you don't have many, I'm talking 1,000. If you manage to memorize 300, that's a lot. You'll improve tremendously. If you manage to memorize 500, you'll improve astronomically. And if you manage to memorize those 1,000, you'll improve very, very astronomically. Okay, even better than that. I don't know what's the precise word, but it would be, I don't know, astonishingly. I guess I don't know the exact word, but okay. So in terms of the reading section, so we really need to, in terms of the reading passage, we'll check this out. But I rather have three people in here. I don't know, three volunteers that want to practice. Talk about the phone call. Talk about the phone call, and please replace the word bad with the word for, and if you're gonna say and, please replace it with moreover. And if you're gonna use the word so, please replace it with hence. And if you're gonna use, okay, that's it, I guess. So can anybody? Do we have a volunteer?
Do we replace the word but with for? Wasn't it nevertheless?
It could be nevertheless. It could be nevertheless also.
The third word was also used for saying like because.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So we have the four is like maybe we'll say cause, right? So yeah, sorry, yeah, it was my bad. Okay, yeah, somebody here is paying a lot of attention. So yeah, that's something that in spite
Nevertheless.
that. So let's replace but for in spite of that fact. So do we have a volunteer? Do we have a volunteer here? But that's a very great observation that we have in there. It wasn't my bad. So how about okay? We have a volunteer.
I can be able to.
Okay, thank you. So go on, please, and explain your experience today in the call. And when you're talking and you're just about to say because, you replace it automatically. You replace it así de simple. Si van a decir because, digan for. No digan, no suena bien, solo digan. Si van a decir but, digan in spite of that fact. Así de simple. Entonces decir and, moreover. Entonces decir so, hence. No importa la pronunciación que esté mal, pero quiero que reemplacen todo entero. Ok, go on.
Okay, today in the call, the teacher took me an evaluation, and moreover, it was a little bit difficult for me because
No, so,
first I have difficult a little bit of my pronunciation. In spite of that fact, I have a lot of uh, motivation for continuing in this course. Hence, I I like the course.
okay, that was very great. That was very great. That's very smart. Uh, you've heard. So he very basically replaced it. That's everything. You know, he used the four of them. And these four, many people don't know about these four. And let me tell you, when I was reading, and there's one that I don't know, although there is something that nobody really knows about this albeit. If you put this in here, you'll have the best score. Believe me, nobody knows about albeit. And it's not many people know. You know, it's like if you read poetry, you'll maybe I don't know read about albeit. But if people read about that, uh, or if you're in the speaking section and you say that, believe me, you'll have one of the greatest scores. Probably you'll have 30. I don't know. Probably it's oh, he's smart. So, do we have another volunteer? That was excellent. Do we have another one? I need
Can I
one.
speak, please?
Okay, yeah, go on, go on.
Okay, thank you very much. Today I had the exam for the speaking part. I believe that it was not that difficult. For I have a lot of time practicing the speaking section. Moreover, I learned some additional tips provided by the teacher. Um, Albeit I had to work a lot to improve those my speaking section skills. It was a it was a great time to have that call with the teacher.
Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. That's something very. This albeit, believe me, that's very smart. very very smart. So I had one smart one in my last course. He was very very smart. We ended up being friends. You know, he's a very smart guy. I don't know. We have many smarts in this class, I guess, but in the other class, I had one that was very very smart. Last year, he was very very. I don't know. He wouldn't read all the scripts. You know, he would memorize them. I don't know how. He's very smart. So I hope we have many smarts in here, and I guess we have. So another one that is a volunteer, please. I would really like to listen to the women in here. Do we have a women? Do we have a woman in here among the women?
I'm volunteer.
Okay, thank you. So go on, please.
Okay. Today I had the speaking part now. Um, Moreover, this was a little bit difficult because, sorry, for I got nervous, uh, and moreover, my conversation skills are, I don't know, a little bit weak. In spite of that fact, I learned a lot of tips provided by me, and
No, no, no. Moreover.
moreover, moreover, um, these are going to help me to have a good grade.
Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. So this is very, very important to replace, and we'll practice that. We have the scripts, and I'll show you the scripts are very, very strong, but all of them are based in, first of all, changing the connector. You know, these are the connectors, and we use the most sophisticated one, the most sophisticated connectors that we can find, and please practice the Anki words. Okay, so if you have any questions, any doubts, please. Thank you very much for being in the class. But if you have any doubts, please write it up in the group of WhatsApp. Okay, please write it up so that you can be answered very shortly. You know. So in there we have Camila. In there we have Milagros, two Toefl experts. They are they are very responsive, and I must say that if you talk to me, I don't know, I really really like to have everything answered very immediately, and that's why I really highly recommend you speaking in the group so that it can be answered with any concerns you have very very immediately, and I really like you to be answer very immediately. So please write it up in there so that we can have three people that are myself, Camila, and Milagros. And if you have any problem whatsoever, any question whatsoever, please write it up in the group. And you have, instead of one person, you have three people. And Milagros and Camila are very very smart, very very sophisticated people, I believe, and those are very very strong people. And believe me, we've done this, and we hope you probably realize now. So we have this, and we've ended the broadcast, and that's